Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to our crazy farming simulator series. So I've got 115 litres of milk left on the raw milk sale. So I'm going to go and put some milk into that one. Haven't really got any milk being used up anywhere else at the moment. It's this one here we want to put a little bit of milk into. I don't think I actually put anything into this one yesterday. So there's 10,000 litres of milk gone into there. And I can put some milk. Now, let's just have a look at the other ones. This one here, I can have 250,000 litres of milk in there in total. And then we've got the other one, which is the bottled milk plant over here. This one can take 100,000 litres. So I can top this one up, and then I can put the rest over into our dairy. That's how it's going to work. Nothing else is currently taking any milk, and I must process everything at least once before I can do anything with it. So what I'm thinking is, I did say that I wasn't going to do anything with those eggs, but I'm thinking that actually I should do something with those eggs. I should go and get those eggs, and I should take them over to the place behind us. The who's-em-call-it shop. I'm just going to park that one there. To the mayonnaise factory right there. We'll take these eggs over and we will do something with them. So, there we go. Right. Where'd that pallet go? Oh, there. I somehow managed to lose the pallet. Not quite sure how I managed to do that. I got 1,372 eggs in there. So they are now in the mayonnaise building. And we can run down through here. Mayonnaise right there. I'll activate that bad boy. And I now have eggs being turned into mayonnaise in here. They will spawn out. That's absolutely perfect. And then we will be able to sell them off once they have ramped up production a little bit. I found out that I made several different cat versions of my mods, right? And I gave the output pallets different quantities, but it seems that each of the mods overwrites the previous one, and I'm guessing it's in load order, so only one version of the pallets is valid. And that means that whatever size pallets I'm getting coming out, those are the pallet sizes that are going to be valid on each of these mods. Which is a little bit of a jolly nuisance, because it means that when I go to Cat 5 or Cat 10 and I want them much bigger volume pallets, I'm not getting them. These here, I think I have these kept at 1,000 litres, but I'm going to want these bigger. I'm not going to want these just like this. I'm going to want them like 25,000 litres a piece. So I'm going to have to maybe make a few changes, or what I'm going to have to do is remove the mod completely, like just disable it from the folder so that then I have the bigger pallets being registered. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet, but that is something that I'm going to have to take into account. Now, this one over here, we've got 25,000 litres. Where's the bottle of milk right there? That's currently 49,000. It could go for 55,000, so we will leave that. We won't try and sell it, and the same with a lot of these other things. I'm not going to bother trying to sell any of them right now. Butter and cheese, I'm not going to try and sell those. So that's about it. That's all we want to do. We've done the eggs, we've done the milk, and if we have a look in here, right, we want that to be planted with barley. Now, I've got 500,000, so that would be enough to go and start buying a little bit of extra land. I was wondering about buying this chunk of land over here. So, if I go farmland, there'll be that big chunk there, which is 491,000. That one at 99,000. I think that's a road that runs down through there, so it's going to be this little area right here. So that one at 126 and this one at 500,000. That's a lot of money, right? That is a big old chunk of cash, and that would work. I would have to remove all of these trees. Now, when I have been playing a bit myself, We've also got this road in the middle. Now, this one is a little bit of... Actually, no, this one's not in the middle. There is a bit there that's kind of like in no man's land. This little block of trees here would be no man's land. But the rest of this is not like that, and it's all area that I'd be able to cut down. But what I've been doing is these trees here, I've just been using the chainsaw mod, and I've just been chopping trees down. And rather than trying to get, you know, tree harvester, go through and do it like that and carry them away, I figured out that on hard mode difficulty, one of these trees, sort of one of these trees, when you cut it up and you clean it and so on, you get like 1,200 euros for it. About 1,200. And you might get a little bit more, you might get a little bit less. Like that one there is 17.1 in length, 6.3 meters diameter. I think it's not quite that much, but it's set like that so that the tree harvesters can't get around them, I think. But anyway, there's a lot of timber in that, and once you get it to the sawmill, you sell it and you get a chunk of cash. So I think it's around about 1,300. And then one of these trees, these nice pine trees that you cut down with the tree harvester and you get the straight logs, they're about 4,000 euros. So I just go through and I cut them all down with a chainsaw, and I count up all different types of trees that I cut down, and then I just add in some money afterwards. And I don't do it at the full value. I give myself 1,000 per deciduous tree that I've chopped down, and I give myself 3,000 per other tree that I've chopped down. And I found that that actually balances out fairly well. I don't have to go and do a whole load of forestry if I don't want to. But I don't currently have the money to go and buy that, so we might change things around next year and buy that, but we're not going to do it at the moment. So we'll stick with this, because I was thinking that this area here, if we were to cut all the trees down, remove the fences, clear everything out, that area in there, that could be our barley plantation. And we will plant barley there year after year after year. So we'll just clear everything out. All trees, hedgerows, everything, just one great big field. And that's just going to be barley. So I'm still probably going to do that. It's just that we're not going to do that this year. We now need to go and have a look in here. We can plant canola this year, but we can't plant anything else. We do need canola. We need canola for our herbicide, which is what we're going to put up right now. I'm going to put that one right there. I like that spot for it. And then I'm going to do some landscaping here with a bit of painting. Now, I've got these tiles that have gone down here, so I think I'm going to use those again. And I'm just going to do the tiles along the edge of the concrete that we've got here, and I'll see about some of the other tracks in a sec. Right, we now have a herbicide factory all in place, which means that I can make herbicide. So I'm going to just seed production, multi-greenhouses, ignore all of those. There, herbicide. And we have lime as well. So I've got water here. So if I activate the automatic irrigation, which is the irrigation mod, this one's absolutely brilliant. So it automatically fills up the water that's there. That was 100,000. The downside of that is if you activate it on something that's got like a 2 million litre capacity, it will just instantly fill it all up. And you don't necessarily want that. Now, what I'm going to need is I'm going to need that output priority that's got to be distributing. So it will distribute the herbicide to where we want it. And herbicide won't go to here. Herbicide will just go to here for the seeds. And then that will be turned into liquid, like the liquid fertilizer and so on, and that will become seed, which will then distribute back to the greenhouses. And we're going to be using some of the greenhouses to produce barley and wheat and oats, so that we can have some of that being produced, and we're going to have some root crops being produced as well. Except that I wasn't going to do that, was I? I think I was going to have... You know, I don't remember what I said I was going to do. It wasn't going to be those. I think I was going to do these two. Sunflowers and canola, because we need that. I don't remember. I was going to do this. I was actually going to do this. Because then we've got oats. We need to grow some oats. We got some wheat that's going to be turned into flour. Got some barley for the seed production and for the herbicide, so that can go into there. So I'll have a couple of them for that, and I was going to do this. I don't remember what else I said I was going to do. I'll figure it out in a sec. So there are 9 greenhouses. I have activated the automatic irrigation on each of them. We got some solid fertilizer coming in already. 4 of these greenhouses, I've now got root crops activated, so they're going to be growing potatoes. Potatoes and sugar beet. So everything is set to distributing. So I got 4 of those set onto that, and then I've got 3 of them set on the grain crops, which I changed from sorghum to barley. Although the visual for the barley in the greenhouses, we'd probably still be able to see what looks like sorghum growing in the greenhouses. We'll find out in a minute once we get that going. That is going to be distributing as well. So the oats will distribute to the cereal ones. They're further up. Oats will distribute to the cereal, the wheat will distribute to the mill, and the barley will actually distribute to the mill as well, which I didn't actually think about. So I'm going to set the barley to spawn on each of these. So that one is 3 of these that I've got. So this is the first one, that's going to set on spawn. This one here, barley set on spawn, and this one, barley set on spawn. Because we want the barley for the chickens, we don't want the barley being automatically distributed over to the mill. It would be a little bit inconvenient if it was to do that. Then I've got oil crops, and the oil crops are distributing auto-magically as well. I got canola and sunflowers. The only place they'll be going is over to the oil, and I got 2 lots going through that one. So that will then auto-magically distribute canola and sunflowers over to our oil mill, the cat extended oil plant over here, which is busy producing olive oil at the moment. So that is also going to produce, activate some canola oil, and it's going to produce some sunflower oil. So I will have all of those going. I'm going to need some canola oil in the herbicide that I have here. That requires canola oil. So that means I've got to go back and I've got to turn the canola oil that we're getting right here, that one, I need that being distributed rather than spawning. So that one I need to change output. That's selling, that's distributing. The sunflower oil is already set to distributing. That is going elsewhere. I can't remember where that one's going. With sunflower and canola distributing auto-magically, I suspect that they will come over to this one as well. They should do. There's no reason they won't. So they'll be split between the oil mill and this one, which means it will have some of that being taken care of. And then we'll have the oats coming into that one and that one right there. The thing I don't have is corn coming out. There's not lots coming out from these greenhouses, by the way. There's just some that will be feeding out. And that's going to kind of like keep things ticking over for us. Oh, I have sunflower oil in here. That could come over to this one. Wheat and oat will also distribute into the seed production. The seed production has a 1 million capacity for the output, but if I don't have the oats being turned into anything, or if I just have the oats and not the wheat being turned into anything, it'll basically just store some of it here, and then the rest will go into the mill. So that will also work out very nicely for us. Where's the mill? There. No, that's the sugar mill. That one will bring in the whole sugar beet. I need whole sugar beet coming into this one, so that will distribute into here as well, which is what I need. But I need barley coming into this one, so that was the only thing I was kind of like wondering. The problem with having all of these things auto-magically distributing around is that if you don't, like, I could have the barley distributing, but I'm not sure if it's going to automatically distribute into the chickens if I have it doing that. And that's my only concern, because I want the barley for the chickens. Although I'm going to be growing a lot of barley, so eventually we'll turn this off and we'll just grow our own ones of those crops. And then we can see how it gets on. Multi-greenhouse. Let's go and have a look here. I have no way of really telling if it does automatically distribute to the animals as well. I don't think it will. I think animals are different. So the automatic distribution is not going to work that way. And in here, right, if we have a look inside here, can't get in because I've put them so close together. But if you have a look, you can see right there, we've got wheat growing there. It's right close to us. It is the withered version. There's some oats there and some wheat. And that's that one right there, this plant right in front of us. That's sorghum. That's the sorghum plant because I couldn't change that one. These models have been made for these greenhouses. They're part of the mod, so I would have had to change the files for that, which I couldn't do. So there's a visual representation of sorghum in there, but everything else is barley. I've gone through every single bit of that mod and changed everything to barley. So it should output barley. At least that's what I'm hoping. In order to be able to make this work, we kind of need to either just start everything off with just water on the half measures, or I need to buy a few things in to kickstart all of the production lines. And I'm thinking I'm going to buy stuff in and I'm going to kickstart the production lines. So we're going to go here first to the oats. And I'm going to buy in 1,000 there. I'm actually going to buy in a bit of this. So that's 2,000 for there. I make 4,000 and I get one more lot, so there's another 8.5 grand. So I got 16,000 litres of oats in there to kickstart this production on here. Now we're already making a bit of liquid fertilizer, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then there's herbicide. Now I can either buy the herbicide in just as is, so that we're just making the seed in here, or I could go and do the herbicide somewhere else. I'm going, like, I could kickstart that on my actual production thing, which I don't want to do. So this one is going to go here, herbicide, and I'm going to buy 2,000, that's right. I'm going to buy 2,000 litres of herbicide, and then the wheat into seeds I'm not going to do. I'm going to have the oat going into seeds in this one. I'm not going to use the others at the moment. I may decide to change my mind on that, but at the moment I'm not going to. So seeds are distributing. I want oat there. I'm going to activate that one. So that's now running. I'm making herbicide. I'm making seeds here from oats, herbicide, and liquid fertilizer. So that's now running. And if we have a look in here, I will be getting the fertilizer, the seeds. We've already got the water in here. We just need the lime. And that is from my herbicide plant. So if I go up to that one right there, the one thing I do want to check, do we have a herbicide coming in here? Because if we do, that would be a nuisance. We don't. That's fine. All right. That's absolutely fine. I'm not going to have herbicide distributing into here. Incoming materials. Oh. I'm going to have lime distributing into here. That's incoming. I don't want lime distributing into here. Why is lime going to be... I'm going to change output mode so that is distributing. But it's still going to be cycling round in on itself, which is a bit of a loop. Why is it doing that? Oh, digestate into solid fertilizer takes additional lime in order to be able to do it. It's the only one, but it does bring in a little bit of... That's a bit of a nuisance. But anyway, so there's going to be a bit of lime siphoning off into that mod there. I didn't think about that previously. I should have changed it. But anyway, I want to go into this one, and this one I want to produce some lime. So I'm going to activate that one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some stones. And I'm going to buy in some stones. Now, this one here, this one's 100 stones becomes 150 lime. That's why I was thinking of using this one, because this one uses 100 stone and it only becomes 50 lime. It's 100 stone and 100 water. And that reduces down to just 50 lime, which would actually be an awful lot better. I think that would be a better ratio. It seems slightly kind of more realistic. However, this isn't a realistic series, so we'll just go with this one. I'm going to buy some stones because I don't want to have the automatic irrigation on the water on the other one because it's 2 million litres and that's a lot of water. That's a lot of money. So we're going to buy stone here. Stone is only 100 euros per 1,000 litres, which makes it a lot cheaper. So I'm going to fill this one up with 100,000 stone. Just going to make us a whole load. There we go. So that one's now full. That's going to make us a whole load of lime, which will distribute out, and it should distribute to all of the greenhouses in just the way that we want. So I will have lime going out to everything that I want lime in, which is going to be all of those. And then these over here, these are also going to be getting goods. I've been spending a lot of time lately just looking at the stuff we've got going on here. I need to actually go and do something. So it is August. We've got some grass that is ready for cutting. We ought to go and do that because it is cutting time. Where is my mower? Did I show you this mower? I can't remember if I showed you this one or not. I can't afford to buy it. I could afford to buy that one, but that one we got to run separately. This one can just go on the front of the tractor. This one here, obviously, is the ridiculously oversized one. And I'm thinking I'm just going to go with this one. We will lease it because we've already done mowing quite a bit, and I'm pretty sure I did already use the other mower. That was a front-mounted one, so I'm just going to go with this right here. I'm not going to do anything extra. We will drop that one off of there, and we'll leave the front weight here. We'll hook on our baler. We will whiz up to the shop, and we'll get our super overpowered mower that we've got, and we will do some super overpowered mowing. Proper mowing. Real mowing. That's what we're going to do. Right, so we're going to drop that one off there, like that. And then I will get that baler on. I'm not going to worry about the trailer on the back because I suppose I could. I'm going to be making enough bales to actually warrant it this time. So I think we will take the trailer with us. And then we can pick up the bales as we make them rather than me having to run back and go and get them afterwards. It would be a bit easier. So I'll hook you on as well, like that. Then I will go into here and change this over to round bale square 220s. That's the ones that we want. And I will fill up with a bit of silage additive from our thingy that we got just over here. That's this one. Thingy is the technical term. We'll fill that one up. Right there. He says, why won't you fill up? Oh. Because I'm using... I was on the wrong thing. I still had the trailer selected. Right. Now I can run up to the shop and go and get the mower. According to that, I don't have access to this land. But if I step across the road over here and I start my mowing adventure, I should have access to this land. So that one drops down there and it leaves all of the grass in a great big line like that. So what I will do now is I'm going to drive along near the edge of our land, and that goes all the way over to the other side of the road without any problems whatsoever, because this mower is ridiculously oversized. Now, what I am actually going to do now is I'm going to start cutting out a little bit more of this, because whilst I really like the small fields, in order to be able to kind of like get through some of this, these jobs a little bit more quickly, I think it would just be better if we got rid of some of these hedgerows. So we're going to do that. So there's that one gone. And then I can jump back in here and go whizzing off down through here. There is a farmhouse in our way there, but we should be able to get through that one without too much trouble. And if you have a look up through there, you can see just how far this mower goes. It's beautiful. I absolutely love how far this mower goes. It is obscene and wonderful all at the same time. So you're going to come on round like that, and then... Oh, I have a gap over there in hedge, but I don't have a gap over here, because I got the Fendt, the gates right there, and I did that quite deliberately, didn't I? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the bit of hedgerow here. so that I can go through this piece of hedgerow. Right, I found the bit of hedgerow that's in there, which means that I can now go around here like this. Just there, that's all I want to do. And then I can go into this bit, and we can go right round this farm, which I've already cut all of the lawn here. I've done all of that one. And then we can go on round here, and I can extract a whole load more grass, which is absolutely wonderful. And, oh, I've got a full bale in the baler. I was wondering why it's only on, like, 50,000, but that's because I've already got a full bale in the baler. That would explain it. And then we come on down here, so just go sort of straight across here through this little gap that we've got. And everything is working out very nicely. That brings me on over here. And then I can go across the road. If you go around the corner too quickly, it leaves like a whole load of extra bits of grass. Not that that's really much of an issue, but yeah, it's just something that it does. So just be aware of that if you're gonna make a mod sort of go that wide. And I want a... There we go. There's a piece through there, so we can take that one out. And get through the hedge again. I won't bother coming up through and, like, ploughing this up or anything. There's no need to be doing that. But... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.